I've always wanted to build things. As a child, I knew that one day I would build something, but I didn't know what. I didn't know where this path would take me. What I did know is that being consistent will get me there. In 2014, I met my life partner. We teamed up to build a life together. We both came from humble beginnings. She kept me accountable and made me believe that anything was possible. This was the beginning of a wild journey that has many twists and turns, a journey that I'll share with you. This is a real American story with a happy ending. We're quitting our jobs to build 20 hotels. We didn't just wake up one day and decide to build 20 hotels. This was years in the making. We hustled, we grinded, and we chased our dreams. We're going to do this in record-breaking time. We have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make it all work. We're putting everything on the line.
I had to run through the airport to make my flight. We're going to Idaho. I think I just ran about 1.5 miles.
Everyone said we were crazy. Your idea is way too big. We said, well, sign us up. We go hard at everything we do. We've never taken an L, only learned lessons. We made it. We made it.
Barely. Please do not stow laptops
we made it.
in the seat.
All right. Why don't you press the alarm on the car? That makes sense. There it is. Da 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 da.
Sensational.
Hold up. Before we get too far in the story, let's go back, all the way back to the beginning. Let us tell you why we're quitting our jobs, all the way back to the beginning.
Yes, that's him. That's Daryl. Daryl began planting seeds in my head. Really, it started on our first date when he told me that he would marry me and we'd be retired by the age of 40. I thought he was crazy. He came back as a combat veteran from war with PTSD, traumatic brain injury. He has a little bit of ADHD, ADD, all of it wrapped into one. But that's what makes this story so cool. In 2016, he went to a tiny house festival and another idea came about. He built the first tiny house in Atlanta shortly thereafter. That tiny house started paying for our big house. We were completely mortgage free. He got hooked and we knew he was onto something. He then built 5 more tiny houses in about a 2-year period.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
How we ended up in Idaho. How we ended up in Idaho is Daryl and I ended up finding an investor that sees our vision, sees what we're trying to do. And we knew in order to scale our business beyond Atlanta that we were going to need to find funding, right? And so that's the way to do it. But I mean, Daryl and I have talked about this for a couple years now of how do you bring in someone that can help pay for your projects, be a partner. I went away on the girls' trip with my sisters and I came back and he had planted another seed. This one was much bigger than the one previous. He told me he was going to build a treehouse. I said, what? Are you crazy? He said, no. There's 2 tree houses in the city where we live right now, and I am going to build one of the best tree houses in the world. Obviously, again, I thought he was crazy, but like times previous, I trusted his vision. He then went on to build a tree house, and then another tree house, and then another tree house.
Welcome to one of my cribs. Let me give you a quick tour. This one is called Young Wild and Tree. Here's the interior space for Young Wild and Tree. It's designed in Scandinavian modern. Welcome to the Atlanta Treehouse. This is the first treehouse that we built. Check out all the reclaimed materials and all the detailing we have in this one. But we didn't want to give up anything for funding. And I think that's definitely an issue that we have, being minorities itself, just having access to capital. Access to capital has been super difficult. It's not balanced. Let's just put it like that.
That was another thing, right? Daryl and I just said, we can continue to bootstrap this, and we realized quickly that that's not the way that we want to scale. So we have found an investor that's a great partner, and he is really, really excited about the work that we're going to do. So that was one piece of why we're able to go to Idaho. When we started to sit down and actually consider which investor we would take on, which investor seemed like a great partner, the first thing that every investor said to Daryl is, we have to remove you from swinging the hammer, right? I mean, we knew immediately to build 20 hotels, Daryl cannot be the person swinging the hammer and building this with one or two other guys, right? We need to scale our business up. That means more manpower, more people working for us. So this is also exciting. And so we had to start a search of finding a manufacturer that thinks like Daryl, right? That is super creative and that is willing to partner with us over the duration of building out these 20 hotels globally. And so Daryl and I found a great partner. And last minute he said, hey, you want to come out to Idaho and see, something cool that I'm building out here? You get a chance to kind of feel in touch and see live what your structures will look like.
Yeah, so we got the call from the manufacturer. He said, we'll be in Idaho. The other partners will be in Idaho, and we have a great location that we're building right now. It's literally a last minute opportunity. So we literally just booked flights. We didn't even think about childcare. We had to figure that out the day later. On the back end, we got on the plane and we made it work.
Foothills and mountains, kind of backfilling the Snake River Plain here.
So snow's coming. We're driving through the mountains and we're not used to this. We're from Atlanta. You have to understand that snow is something that we don't see. If we get a drop of ice on the road, it is a state emergency. So this is new for us. We're gonna bed down for the night. Snow tomorrow, snow overnight. We gotta figure this thing out. I'm not interested in shoveling my car out. I'm not interested in pulling ice off the car. But you know what? We're gonna have to figure this thing out. We're gonna have to continue on with the journey.
Vipercast, let's get right to it. Scattered snow again, starting to backfill into areas of the Snake River Plain, pushing to the west late tonight. And as that snow makes its
Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
So, we just left the lodge. Insanity. The A-frame structures that are being built, they're beautiful, massive timbers. We just talked to Joseph, our guy, our supplier. Sorry about the trucks in the background. What you got?
These structures are amazing. Joseph's going to be a great partner. He's going to do all the manufacturing for us. I'm really excited though. We have to make a trip either out to Austria or Switzerland to...
Oh, bad business trip.
We got to start traveling for business.
Oh, man.
More to come.
Yeah.
We are really, really excited about this project.
Yeah, so we just wanted to stop. Side of the road, literally in the middle of Idaho. There's some guys down there fishing.
Look at that view.
Yeah, check
that view.
Check the view out. The view's crazy. So there are some guys down there that are fishing for trout fishing. So we're gonna go down there and talk to them and see what they got. See if they caught anything. Well, thank you guys for being with us, and we'll keep you posted on this trip and this journey. Let's roll. Let's go. Roll Tide.
Bye.
Party just for you. We just want the money.